What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking on all of the stages of the brand newly released Colosseum Daifuku. So we're going to be going through not only just the first two stages, but I also have a couple of different teams, actually 3 different teams, on the final stage against Daifuku himself. And we're going to be going through that in a little bit. But before we get into all the stages, let's actually discuss this character and explain what he actually does. So here we have the brand new Colosseum Daifuku, who is a Dex Slasher powerhouse character, and at level 99, when he has max limit break, obviously I don't have mine at max limit broken at the moment, but he has 3088 HP, 1636 attack, and 190 recovery. So overall, stats are looking pretty decent for a Colosseum character. Now, this character, when he has his captain ability here, he will go ahead and boost Slasher and Powerhouse characters' attack by 2.5 times, and then give them a 1.25 times HP boost. However, after you land 3 perfects in a row, you get a 2.85 times boost to both of those classes, Slasher and Powerhouse. So in terms of free-to-play captain, he's not the worst, but he's definitely not a character that you should be aiming to use as a captain. He's really not the greatest. But obviously the main reason why we farm these Colosseums is because of their special abilities. So let's go ahead and talk about the special. So here we have the special ability. It starts off at 24 turns for stage 1, 28 for stage 2, so 4 turns difference between the two stages, and it maxes out at 10 turns for stage 1, and then 14 for stage 2, but when you limit break him, he gets an additional cooldown, so it goes down to 9 and 13 respectively. So his stage 1 special will deal 45 times his attack and dex damage to all enemies, ignoring defensive effects, so really great AoE damage. And he states that if 4 or more characters on your crew have either red or green orbs, he will delay all enemies for a turn and then boost the chain multiplier by 0.5 for 1 turn. So that's one of his effects. He states, you know, as long as you have your crew have a whole bunch of green or red orbs, then you delay and get a chain boost. So that's pretty interesting there. However, he actually has a new effect as well, added on top of that, stating that if 4 or more characters on your crew have yellow or purple orbs, he's going to boost the type effects of normal attacks for your entire crew for 1 turn, and make Sign Int orbs beneficial to all characters. So what that means is that when you have 4 or more Psi or Int orbs on your team, then he will go ahead and give everyone a 1.75 times color affinity, and also will go ahead and make the yellow and purple orbs beneficial to all characters. So immediately, I can immediately think of like a character that it could be used on, would be like a Whitebeard and Mako team for the secondary effect for the conditional boost. The thing is, this character is a Dex character, so it's really interesting to see where he's going to fit on a lot of teams, because it does kind of like feel like it's kind of you know, it's just random like what you could get, unless if you bring characters dedicated to give you those specific orbs. Now, his stage 2 special is a lot stronger. It's a 75 times his attack AoE damage to all enemies that go through barriers, and it's a 2-turn delay and a 0.8 chain boost. And then for his secondary effect, it is a 2-turn color affinity boost, and also a 2-turn making Psi and Int beneficial to all characters. So that is actually really good. I think that overall this character is a pretty decent character, and he is going to see some sort of play here or there, but there aren't that many situations where it's like, yes, this is the character to bring. But I still do think he's pretty decent. Now, in terms of his crewmate abilities, his first one will make Dex orbs carried over when you hit it perfect, but when you actually limit break him, he gets an additional crewmate ability, which will make Dex orbs beneficial to Slasher characters. So that's going to be nice to run on a Slasher team if you do opt to do so. And in terms of his potential abilities, he has a critical hit and slot bind self-reduction. So that's pretty much it. That is the whole breakdown of this character. I think he's just average. I don't think there's too many situations where you need to use this character, but if you can set it up correctly, you can get some pretty nice damage output and really nice utility for your teams. So now let's get to discussing each of these specific dungeons. So here we have on round number 1, we have to verse Brule, but on stage 4, we have the Crocodile and Diesel that are appearing here. Now, you can see that their preemptive attack will go ahead and apply a delay protector, so you cannot delay them, and they also have a 3-turn damage threshold, so giving someone to remove that is going to make this fight a lot easier. Also, they empty out all your orbs, so once again, someone to, you know, give you the empty orbs into matching is going to make this fight much easier. Obviously, I use V2 Doflamingo here here to make this fight much easier, so I can just use his special in the final room. But Brûlé has nearly 4.5 million HP. She has a delay protector, she has resilience, and she counters for that one turn. Also, every 2 turns, Brûlé will blow away a character, and below 50%, she applies more resilience and also has another counter as well. So ideally, what you want to be doing here is have someone to remove the resilience, or have someone to poison the enemy, or give them like end of turn damage, and then killing her in 1 turn, so you don't have to deal with any of her really annoying effects. Round number 2 of this Coliseum is going to be against Pudding. On stage 4, though, we have Randolph here, who has about 1.5 million health. He preemptively cuts your health by 20% and shuffles your orbs around, and when he shuffles, that can include bomb orbs and block orbs, so that's just something to note there as well. And other than that, he's relatively straightforward, doesn't do anything at any health thresholds. The really annoying thing, though, is the final stage Pudding. Now, the final stage Pudding has just over 3 million health. She has a 4-turn debuff protector. She will go ahead and rewind all of your specials by 4 turns and give you a 2-turn paralysis to your entire team. This makes this fight so annoying, the fact that she rewinds your specials for 4 turns. There aren't that many ways to rewind your specials forward up to 4 turns. That's extremely infuriating to deal with. And after the first turn, and then after every 3 turns, she will also apply one of the following effects, either a slot bind, more special rewind, or a despair. And then below 20% health, she's going to give you attack down and slot bind your crew as well. Just this Pudding is so annoying to deal with, and the best ways around it is to use some sort of special ability on stage 4 that gives you a multiple turn boost, or like Lucy's effect, where you can hit a certain amount of perfects and in the next turn you get a boost. I tried using the Valentine Nami here, however I did kill the previous stage too quickly, and I wasn't actually able to kill Pudding here. If I did, I would have been able to kill her in 1 turn, but obviously Katakuri's delay does help a significant amount here. So other than that, guys, let's move on to the final stage against Daifuku. So now let's go ahead and start discussing the final stage against Daifuku. The first of these mini-bosses, though, is going to be Oven on stage 3. Now, Oven is pretty straightforward, though. He has 1.9 million health, and he gives you a 10-turn burn. Now, burn is a new debuff that is put into the game. I discussed it briefly when, you know, the new Sugo Fest was coming out, but burn will basically give you 2,000 damage per turn for every perfect that you hit. So you can see here what I am aiming to do with this Whitebeard team is to try and hit as many greats as possible so I don't get that burn damage, because obviously I do not want to die. Also, something interesting about Oven as well is that he does have an interrupt that whenever you activate a special that manipulates your orbs, he will change his typing into a quick unit. So if that helps you out a lot, then you can obviously do that, and if you have a couple of Dex characters, that enables you to get more type advantage against this character. But obviously, because this whole boss, all the bosses here are all Dex, it isn't really ideal to bring a you know, some sort of slot conversion on stage 3, because it's going to be bad for your team. When you actually kill Oven, though, he's going to give your crew a full board of block orbs, and strength and recovery orbs will appear less on your side of the field for, I think it's like 8, 9, 10 turns, something like that. So that is something to note, that, you know, you're not going to be getting too many strength and recovery orbs. Then we have Perospero on stage 4. He has 3.7, nearly 3.8 million health. He gives 5-turn bind to the bottom 2 characters, and he himself has a 2-turn resilience buff. So having someone to remove the resilience is going to be quite useful here. And you can see he actually has a defensive buff as well. So Coliseum Neptune is extremely good here, because he not only reduces defense by 80%, but he also reduces the resilience and gives your crew an orb boost as well. So Coliseum Neptune is extremely good here. And if you do not kill Perospero on turn 1, he's going to lock your chain 1.1 times for 4 turns. And also, if you don't kill him after the second turn, he's going to start blowing away your crew members. So definitely want to kill him as soon as possible. And then we move on to the final stage against Daifuku, who has 9 million HP, 98-turn debuff protector, so you can't really use conditional boost. He has a paralysis on your crew for 2 turns, so make sure to go ahead and bring someone to remove that paralysis. After the first turn, he cuts your health in half and also gives you a 2-turn attack down. So, you know, either have someone to remove attack down or kill him as soon as possible, of course, and then under 50%, and then he'll activate it under 40 and 30% as well. He's going to blow away a character for 6 turns and also boost his own attack. So ideally what you want to be doing here is kill him literally in 1 turn. You don't really want to have to, dealing with the 2-turn attack down unless if you have a way to remove it. So typically you want to kill him like as soon as possible. And if you can't really get around that, then make sure to keep him above 50% until you are ready to burst him down. So the rest of the 2 teams that you guys are seeing in this video here, number 1 here is a team made by Alex Kim quite a while back with a Big Mom, and honestly Big Mom just decimates this particular Coliseum so easily. Obviously, like, Legend Nami isn't really a requirement for this team. She could be replaced by a couple of other characters, but the amount of damage output that you get with Legend Nami on the final stage is just immense. So you guys will be seeing the Legend Big Mom team, which is honestly the team that I'm going to be used to farming it because it's just so quick. And then the next team that you guys will be seeing in this video as well is going to be a version 2 Akainu team. All 3 of these teams, I think, are reasonably solid for clearing this particular Coliseum. There are different teams that you can run as well. Luckily, we do have the anniversary ship out right now. So if you do want to max out this character, now is the best time to do it because we have the anniversary ship. It's currently 4 times skill up. So yeah, literally this is the best time to max out any character that does come out. So make sure to go ahead and do that. But anyways, guys, that's all I really have to say. Make sure to get farming, max him out, and I'll leave you guys with that. So I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. And if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.